What's up, guys? We are live at the Brojo for another episode of Dem Game Boys. I am John Dean, here with...
Leg.
I'm Eli. I don't know what Gil said.
Lig. His name spelled backwards.
It's the perfect fucking...
Need not here. Okay, anyways, we're gonna jump right into some shit. The first thing that we got is Doom and Wolfenstein 2 coming to the Switch.
I personally love
Go on,
the new Doom, so find it fantastic.
Yeah, me too.
That's
Bomb-ass game.
portable now.
They're not really... Like, I like a lot of shooters, but they're not really my type of game in the fact that it's just you shoot. There's no real goal except to just kill everything.
That's kind of why I like them.
Yeah, and I get the appeal, but at the same time, I'm glad they're going to Nintendo, because Nintendo really doesn't do anything that's not kid-friendly. That's just not their goal, I guess.
And these are very not kid-friendly
And yeah, these are
games.
very gore, just killing everything, demons blowing up into blood puddles type things.
Neo-Nazis.
So I think it's an interesting choice. I think it's good, though. I always like it when games are on more consoles, even ones I don't own.
Well, yeah, it creates a lot of competition between the consoles themselves. They got to work harder that way.
I don't even care about that. I just like it that more people can get to it.
Yeah, more accessibility is definitely a good thing.
The next thing we have is Pokemon Gold and Silver is coming to the 3DS.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to buy them because I still have copies of Gold and Silver, but I don't know. I still think it's cool that, again, they're making the games more available to people now.
Well, yeah, and they're kind of... I would say they're sort of getting them to a younger generation. I don't want to say it was that long ago when they remade them in the first place, but that might have actually been about 5 years.
Yeah,
I bought them when
more
they,
than that, I'm pretty sure.
I got them when they remade them.
A while back.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Still fantastic.
Probably been a depressing amount of time to me, actually.
Yeah, actually, because they came out for the original DS and not the 3DS.
Probably 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, so it's been a while. Alright, the next game that we can talk about is Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga and Bowser's Minions. This is a double remake kind of thing. Both of these games, I think Superstar Saga was a DS game.
I think it was Game Boy. I'm not entirely sure.
I thought Bowser's Minions was Game Boy Advance, and then Superstar Saga was on the DS.
You might be right. I'm not entirely sure.
I can't really remember anyways, but these
doesn't really matter.
are both on the 3DS.
Yes, they are.
And I'm probably actually going to pick these up.
It
Well,
does look
they
interesting.
come together, so...
I would be interested in the Bowser's Minions one.
That's pretty much the reason I want it.
Yeah, it's just an interesting concept, and I think I would like the gameplay, even.
I'll give it a shot.
But not really the first one, because that just seems like another Mario game, where it's just a platformer. I don't really care.
The next one is Kirby Battle Royale. I'm into it. I like Kirby a lot.
Same.
It's just like Smash Bros, but worse, because it's just Kirby, so I'm good.
But,
I don't want it.
But you're missing the point. It's Smash Bros, but with just Kirby.
Yeah, it's just worse.
That's better.
I would rather have Smash Bros with no Kirby.
You monster.
Goddamn right.
The next game is maybe one that only I'm interested in. It's Layton's Mystery Journey, Catriel and the Millionaire's
What?
Conspiracy.
Such a weird fucking... Why are you interested in it?
I like Layton's Mystery Journey, actually. It's pretty much just kind of like a weird... This is the first time that Catriel has been the main focus. But yeah, it's a weird anime aesthetic, but I like the puzzles a lot.
Well, like, I don't like puzzle games. I can excuse, like, puzzles in games of other types. Like, I play RuneScape. There are puzzles in RuneScape. They're not my favorite part, but it's like, yeah, it kind of mixes it up. But I hate games that are just like, solve this puzzle to advance.
Yeah, that's kind of what this is. It's mostly like you play it for the story, and then the puzzles are in there
Yeah,
to call it a
give you
game.
something to do.
But I mean, it's got a huge following too because of the puzzles, because people just like puzzle games as well.
Well, to not just shit more on this game, but I also I don't like games with the anime aesthetic, and I don't like mystery type stuff in any format, like books or games. It's
I
just
don't
not my
mind the.
What about
Anime.
dungeons?
What?
Are you okay with mystery dungeons?
What do you mean mystery dungeons?
It's Pokemon series mystery
No,
dungeon.
I was like, I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
But it seems like an okay game. I mean, I'm not overly excited about it, but it looks like something I
No,
could give a
it
shot.
seems pretty polished and stuff, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like there's all that much to do. It's just a puzzle game.
It's Professor
Then again,
Layton.
I say that, but I'd
Now
never be
it's
able to fucking do
daughter.
it, so.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't hate the anime aesthetic. It's not really something that I'm into, but I do enjoy both the story and the puzzles of the Layton series. Next game that I want to talk about is Minecraft, and it is now coming to the 3DS.
So the last thing it needed to come to.
I'm surprised it wasn't already on the 3DS. I'll be
I
honest.
actually
think-
like this. I'm not huge into Minecraft because I think it's kind of like awkward to play at times, managing
I've
like
been
your.
playing Minecraft for like the last 2 days.
I think it's kind of
Heavily modded.
weird to like manage your inventory versus playing the game, but for the 3DS version, your inventory and everything is going to take total control over that bottom screen,
Oh, that's
and the top screen is going to do everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
So that's
No.
like the best use for it.
yeah,
The only thing-
that's kind of cool, but I think it'll actually just make the game way easier.
You think
Because
so?
I have been killed an innumerable amount of times when I've been like organizing my inventory or just doing something, and something just walks up and beats my ass or blows the fuck up in the case of creepers.
I guess I could see that argument.
I mean, you'd still be focusing on your inventory. It's just that now you could react a little
Yeah,
bit.
but I mean, you could still be moving around and stuff too. I think it's cool though.
Personally, as long as they won't, and I know they won't, and that makes me sad, but I would hope they'd go back with this one and just keep it at the simplistic way that the first, when it was still just coming out, keep it in that light. But I know that considering everything, as far as with all the updates have gone, we're probably going to get more of that. Because I enjoyed Minecraft when it was just starting out and it was something new and not everybody was on its dick and it was still a pretty decent game. And then everybody's like, well, it's too hard, there's nothing to do. And then they just like, here's a boss. Here's a bunch of different monsters to fight. Here's a way to make everything super easy. And then it just went to shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I do play Minecraft sometimes, but
I still enjoy it, but yeah, I also started back when it was new because I started playing that shit in middle school.
yeah, same
Agreed.
here.
But I play it heavily modded now, so.
Next game is Mario Party: The Top 100. And this is a collection of over 100 of the previous Mario Party titled games, all
Just
in one
100.
package. Just what?
Just 100.
Lol. Is it just 100?
Top 100.
Okay, fine. It's just 100. Ooh. There's 100 games in it only. Jeez.
It says it in the trailer. There's 100 games in this.
Alright, fine. Fucking
I'm sorry.
I don't
There
know.
might be more.
shit
I'm
on
not
me for
entirely sure.
overhyping Mario Party. Like anybody didn't know what was gonna be in it.
The thing
Well-
I want to know is how they picked the top 100. Where was this poll taken?
No clue.
I don't know,
Probably
probably fucking
just-
Facebook or something.
It's probably just like, hey, these are the Mario Party games that people liked. Hey, here's the ones that weren't that great. Let's put the ones that people liked into a game.
I don't know how many are in a regular Mario Party game, so.
Enough that they can make 100 of them.
Well, yeah, I mean they have.
I mean,
fucking
yeah,
10
there's-
Mario parties or some shit.
There's a bunch of them.
So I mean, I don't know how many are in each of those individual games that are different from each other. So I don't know how much variety this actually is comparatively.
If we're looking at different, it's probably not going to be that much.
No.
We'll
It's
see.
whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really look like something I'm going to be that interested in picking up.
Yeah, Mario Party mostly just fucks me over, so I'm good.
Figures. And now we can get into Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm super pumped.
One more than one.
This is back on the anime aesthetic. Just don't like it. Pisses me off.
Fuck your hatred of aesthetic. I like it.
Looks are everything, John.
I super dig Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm super excited for another one.
I haven't seen gameplay of it. I'd prefer
It did look-
to see gameplay of it before I make my
Yeah,
decision.
I
But
would-
it still sounds like it's a pretty good game. It's got
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
looked
story
good.
to it.
And yeah, I liked the story they were doing with the Titans, but I would
There
have to see gameplay before. I
Is
really decide.
gameplay footage released of it if you want to check it out?
We'll do that
I'll
later.
probably look it up then.
Okay. Oh shit, we missed a trailer, but that's alright.
Because we can go back.
Yes, we can. Okay, here's a cool one. Arcade Archives is a thing that's happening here soon that kind of resembles the Virtual Console, and it's for the Switch, but it's a little bit different. It takes it's like a collection of older-esque arcade games that are going to be like packaged as a deal and released on the Switch and kind of sort of like remade. It's really weird to explain.
I mean, from what I understand, they've just been doing that on like I remember even back on the PS2, there was a game that had like a shitload of old arcade games because there was like Pac-Man and fucking I don't know most of them. I'll be honest, but because I remember like the only reason I know that game is because my grandma bought it so she could play it because she likes those old arcade games.
Your grandma is awesome.
Your grandma's dope as fuck.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Alright, next game is Octopath Traveler.
Which is
Not
not the
to
type
be-
of Octo thing that was being watched beforehand.
I was just gonna say, not to be confused with Octo Ladies.
I love that.
God.
It's the
Don't
greatest
put
video
suggestions
ever.
in here.
We'll put a link in the description.
No,
Please
yeah,
don't.
Don't fucking link
I don't want to be associated with that train wreck.
I'm gonna link it.
Ah.
Anyways, what did you guys think of Octopath Traveler?
that. It looked interesting. It looks really polished and stuff. Looks cool. Like I like the art style on it. The
What?
8-bit yeah, like the 8-bit sort of art style. love
Oh,
that
I was
shit.
thinking the anime aesthetic.
No, it's not really anime though.
Fair enough.
It is a little bit,
Little
but
bit,
it's
but
so
not enough.
fucking pixelized that I don't even give a
8-bit
shit.
in general kind of
Yeah.
just looks anime-ish.
The only thing I don't like is that it's goddamn turn-based. Fucking hate it. It would have to be really good for me to forgive that.
I like turn-based combat,
It's the
so.
worst.
But I also like card games.
But do you like card games on motorcycles?
See, I like card games because I expect them to be turn-based. But
Yeah.
like I go into like this game and it's turn-based, and then I'm like, man, if they had done this in some other like
Fashion?
just any other thing, I'd probably be fine with it. I'm a little more forgiving with the 8-bit art styles though, in terms of turn-based, because it's not like they can do much else.
Yeah, the 8-bit art style doesn't
Detract?
flow well in
Yeah.
fluid combat.
I'm probably going to check it out. Looks
I
good.
think one thing to remember too is that this is in really early development cycle right now. And I think that the big selling point is the fact that this is like 8 different storylines all intertwined in one game. Like each character that you can pick has their own unique skill set as well as like their own unique storyline to go through. So I'm definitely going to be checking it out later on.
See.
Alright, so did you guys at the end of the Mario Odyssey trailer catch a glimpse of...
Oh, God.
Be very rare and
You're
elusive.
just gonna mention
No,
this?
we're not going to talk about that yet.
Okay.
Okay.
The Switch bundle that's coming out for
Yes.
No, I
Mario
didn't.
You
Odyssey.
mean with the amiibos?
No,
No,
it doesn't come with the amiibos. It comes with the red
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons and
Oh.
the case and everything.
I don't give a fuck.
It's once again more expensive than the Switch in the game. And everybody's justifying it because it comes with a case. Blah.
Oh, great.
If you're paying for
We threw some
everything,
different paint on this one. It's worth more.
if you're paying for everything at the exact same price of everything separate, why put it all in one box? That's not the point of bundles. It bothers me so much.
Yeah,
I
but if
still
people
want
buy
it.
it, I mean,
Yeah, exactly. I still want to buy it, but it bothers me.
exactly.
Eli.
Trying to lure you in, John.
People are dumb, dude.
They want your money.
But we should talk about Mario Odyssey and the most important part about it.
The very rare.
Mario's nipples.
Yes. Very rare and elusive.
Somebody's
We
gonna
have
be listening
finally seen Mario's chest. And it is
Bare chest.
dank shit.
He waxes all day for that princess.
You'd think a man like that would be very hairy.
But
No.
Gil,
And he gets burnt a lot.
Shape.
but Gil, shirtless Mario with nipples is just shirtless Mario with nipples. But Mario with a shirt on could be anything.
Oh my
It could
God.
even be shirtless Mario with nipples.
Exactly.
Ugh.
Oh, I actually am really, really excited for this one.
Because of the nipples?
Well, that, and because it really seems to be calling back on Super Mario Sunshine quite a bit for like a visual aspect as well as a gameplay one. And Super Mario Sunshine is still one of my favorite games in the Mario series.
I don't know.
I
thought
also want to be Mario Dinosaur, so...
Yes.
Oh, you
little
don't want to be
biased.
like the Mario Gila monster?
Oh yeah, totally.
The
With
Mario
fucking
fish.
mustache?
Yeah, or Bullet Bill with a mustache. That
I
was
do-
pretty great.
Yeah, I do-
Basically, every enemy Mario has ever gone up against. But with a mustache.
Except Bowser.
That way
He's
you
got
know
his
it's
own hat.
better.
I do think that it's a very interesting concept, and I liked how the different worlds looked. Like they were very unique.
Mhm.
Like with the city, especially, is one that I really
Yeah,
liked.
all of the worlds are kind of sort of based off something that's already been sort of in the Mario universe before. So, like, the city is like New Donk City, which is like a part of Donkey Kong's universe.
On the
Or
real,
sort of kind of like Donkey Kong's universe.
when I looked at this trailer, I kind of felt like when they were making Mario Kart 8, they're like, I can't use this world for Mario Kart. Hell, it's time to put this in our new game.
I like how they look, though.
Yeah,
Very,
me too.
very nice, rich landscape.
It's a really
Not-
good variety in the world style as well.
True.
Are we gonna get another booze house though?
It feels like it's, I don't know, this one just really feels like they've been working on it a lot. And not just like a lot, but have been really dedicated to working on it.
Aging
And-
it like a fine wine.
Still, fucking Mario possessed dinosaurs. I mean, you pretty much got me right there.
Yeah, that's.
So, Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford has recently been talking about a Duke Nukem sequel.
Hey Max, you want to talk about how
I-
it's not a Borderlands sequel?
Collective size commence.
Like, I really like Gearbox's games, and I'm sad that
Except for Duke Nukem.
and I'm sad that Battleborn died, and I don't
Yeah.
think this would be a good direction for them to go following that.
Yeah, they need a Borderlands 3
Because
after
like they had
Battleborn not being
Because they-
basically a failed game. I mean, the
So-
game is fine, but
Nobody plays it.
the time, nobody's playing
It picked up a little bit when they made it free earlier this year, but it's not. It's not good. It's still not good. But I really loved that game.
It
was
just
great.
it doesn't have what it takes to stand up to Overwatch at the same time.
I'm gonna say
Terrible
something that'll probably
game.
get
It's not comparable
I
game,
know,
but it
I'm-
was marketed in the same way that Overwatch was, and then released at the exact same time.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna
I
say
genuinely got them confused when they were getting released.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
I'm
But
gonna
it
say
wasn't-
something that's gonna give me a lot
'Cause
of
I was
flack.
talking
I think
to-
Overwatch is overrated.
I agree.
Overwatch is overrated.
Thank
I
you.
do think Overwatch is a bit overrated. I still enjoy playing it.
I mean,
but-
it's. I'm not gonna.
I
deny
enjoyed
that it's a
playing it
solid
for the
game,
first,
but it's overrated as hell.
Match, and then I get pissed.
I just think it's kind of like, I don't.
It's not a solid way to keep your.
drives
No,
me to
what-
anger
back
faster
to-
than a MOBA.
Back to Andy talking about Duke Nukem. Or Randy, not Andy. Back to Randy talking about Duke Nukem. I don't understand why. Why would you even try after that bullshit shitstorm
Yeah,
that was
and
Duke Nukem Forever?
Well, how long has it been since the first one came out?
God, fucking forever.
Because I know it had been
Like 20 years?
Yeah, I know it had been like a decade when the remaster came out, or I don't know if it was a remaster or not. I never
It was like fucking.
Well, I never played either of them.
It was like taking a fucking copy of the original, taping it to the wall, and then throwing the turd from the game that you can pick up against the game
That's-
multiple times, and then telling people to put this in their Xbox.
To be fair, they might redeem themselves.
They
But it's
could.
a long shot.
I feel like it can't get any worse.
That's pretty
There's
probably
always
a pretty
that.
solid point, honestly.
It could.
Yeah, it
That's the
could.
scary thing.
I don't know,
Everything.
man. They
It
could.
They could re-release Duke Nukem Forever.
And just put a 2 on it.
Yeah. Same game, slightly updated graphics.
Yeah.
My
Hey,
favorite
double
part
the
was
price.
the jumping animation if you looked in a mirror, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's pretty. Where he just like doesn't actually jump, he just kind of like moves up in the air and then his
moves up
legs
and
bend.
legs bend
Yeah.
to the side, and it's weird.
It's
This
just,
new
But
feature,
yeah,
guys.
so I hope that they don't go through with it, and if they do, I don't think it's gonna be good.
there were a few jokes that I would laugh at throughout the game, like slapping titties and throwing the turd.
Wait, what?
But there just wasn't enough in the game to make it a good game. I really think Duke Nukem is something that just needs to die.
Well, I think
At
it's
this
bad
point.
when your like your shooting game is like people are like, yeah, my favorite part was throwing shit around.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this one's gonna hurt. Nintendo has basically announced that the NES Classic is making a return.
Yep.
I'm not
Oh,
surprised.
Not-
We've already kind
not-
of talked about this.
Not the SNES Classic. The NES Classic.
Like the shit one.
The first, not the shit one. What the fuck? The first one, the one that they ran out of the last
Yeah.
time.
Alright, so here's my weekly beef with Nintendo.
They're also getting more stock in for the SNES.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but for me, it's just like I said, it's just I don't understand these whole re-release. Like I don't know, maybe it is the nostalgia thing, maybe it is, but I
no,
think
they
it-
print money.
Well, yeah, they want money.
Like they literally like print money.
They
Yeah.
found a lot of phone batteries.
Right.
They were like, how can we turn this into a profit?
right.
We
it's-
put them in the classic consoles.
Here's the thing. Why didn't they release these extra ones when they ran out of them during the initial pre-orders last year?
Suspense. I don't know.
Because screw you.
They wanted to
That's
keep the
not-
numbers so
That's pretty
people
much
could
it.
charge. They were like, how much will someone pay for this
It's
on eBay?
pretty much evolved straight from here. We have all these fucking phone batteries and memory chips that we got in this fucking shady ass deal. How can we turn this into a profit? To how can we literally rip people off
Yeah.
for as long as fucking possible
And I
with
mean,
this?
like, if I was running the business, I'd do the same thing. Like, that's just
Business-wise, it is intelligent.
Yeah, it's just like,
Yeah.
man, I can make these for like a quarter, and people will pay $30 for them.
That's a good fair point, but it pisses me off.
Right.
And they'll still love me. They'll probably love me more.
I
Yeah.
don't love it. Like
Enough
that's the
to buy
thing.
the next remaster.
And
Yeah.
then everybody's gonna be like, Nintendo, they're sold out again. What happened? I
Exactly.
thought you said that this wasn't gonna happen. And then Nintendo, through shoveling mounds of cash into their deep
Yeah, the
offices,
fucking cash
gonna be
clogged
like,
up the goddamn.
there's no way we could have
Loading
predicted
docks.
this. I don't know what happened. You'll just have to get there faster next time.
fucking money clogged up their loading docks. They just couldn't get them.
They
On the
they have
trucks
so
to
much
ship.
they have so much fucking money on this now that they're unclogging their clogs of money with plungers made out of quarters,
They're just fucking
like
burning it
glued
off.
together.
It's like, yeah, it's cheaper to just
They're
burn
like-
this money at
they're
this
like,
point. Fucking throw it in the fire.
We have so much money, we can just heat the building by throwing cash into the furnace.
Are they Scrooge McDucking it right
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Just fucking
It's
piles of gold coins.
ridiculous. It really is, though. I mean, just wait. We're gonna get to the next classic console that they're gonna want to release, and then they're gonna be all like, "Hey guys, we found this shipment of SNESs in the back suddenly. Where did they come from? Let's just release them. Pre-orders come up in 6 hours. They're sold out in 5."
Plot twist: they still have 3 cargo ships left of them.
My stomach.
Probably.
Oh, it just pisses me off. Anyways,
Better than pissing
You
on
can,
you.
you can ask Nintendo to
On
a lot
to-
of money to wipe your tears.
on to good news. Okami HD is official.
Oh yeah,
I'm super pumped.
beautiful art.
It should be
style.
coming out in December.
Did we watch a trailer for that
We talked about
a
it.
few ago? Okay.
We
But I might
talked
have
about
watched
Kotaku UK like leaking the information that it was planned to come out,
Alright, yeah.
and then now Capcom has officially like been like,
By the way, did they ever get
Here it
any flack
is.
for that?
well, for pre-releasing the information.
Yes.
I don't think so, but I do not know.
By the way, what's happening over there in the Chuckle Hut?
Just the way you said that. Jesus.
They're dying for no reason.
Anyways,
Zach, shut the fuck up.
next thing on the docket is that Nintendo has teased the possibility for achievements/trophies on the Switch.
I mean, like, they're way too late on that.
They're
That-
kind of behind, but
Like, that was popular on the 360.
this is their
and the
new
PS
console, though.
Not so much on the PS3, but on the 360. Because then you had, like, Achievement Hunter and all that stuff.
yeah.
And now it's kind of dead.
I argue that there's still a decent amount of people that are into that, but it is.
I mean, there is. Like,
it is
even,
definitely more dead compared to before.
like, I definitely like getting an achievement for doing stuff. But
Me
it's
too.
just, it's like there are so many games that Gamer Store just means nothing anymore.
Yeah, especially now that like Microsoft has made it a point that like all games have to come with achievements,
Yeah, that too.
and I'm not sure if it's all games have to come with a full 1,000, but I think that's what it is
I
now
think
too.
Not all games, but most games.
Yeah.
See,
Because, like, I know Spartan Assault didn't have a full 1,000.
Well, I think that older titles are still that way, but I played one recently where it's called Qbot. It's like a puzzle game, and like maybe
Yeah,
like a
they-
total
they
like
do.
40 to 50 minutes of gameplay, and it's a full 1,000 gamer score.
Well, yeah, it's because they'd come out with like 5 achievements and just give them a shitload of
Oh,
gamers.
no, it had like 10.
Yeah, whatever. Give a shit.
I feel like it'd be cool.
And
if
so
they
it's
made
like,
that.
yeah, simply doing this simple action in this game equals beating Halo on Legendary.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just like, this means nothing.
I mean, bragging rights aside, it'd be cool if you could actually use those points for something like maybe
No,
another. cheap
Microsoft
game.
is way too greedy for that.
Yeah.
I've thought
Yeah,
that too.
yeah.
But no.
And if the classic consoles are any connotation, Nintendo is too greedy for that too.
You never know.
Their
I mean,
quarter plungers say otherwise, Bill.
Yeah.
they might decide to go at it hard and try to get penny plungers.
I couldn't think of what to make the plungers out of, okay? Jeez. Didn't make sense to make plungers out of dollar bills.
There's other proof.
So with the dollars, they can use it as toilet papers to wipe
You
their
could have
ass.
just said gold.
Dude, you guys are
Solid
fucking
gold.
killing us today. We love this.
God, we're going down.
That's pretty much all we got for
You
news.
have some questions.
Do we have some
You
questions?
do.
Okay, what is
Maybe.
it? Shoot.
All right. Here's the thing, guys.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing, people, listeners of the podcast.
Stop listening now.
We love you, babies, but you need to go the fuck back to school. You need to learn how to fucking spell. You need to learn how to write a grammatical fucking sentence. I can't understand your goddamn questions.
Alright, well, you go
Because
on this
I'm
rant.
try-
I'll be right back.
I'm trying to read your questions, and they're just like jumbled mixtures of letters and numbers. I feel like I'm looking at fucking code trying to get through this shit.
They're speaking leet speak because we're gamers.
I'm
Welcome
not-
to the Matrix.
I'm not insulting you.
The only way you can read the
He's
message is
just
through-
We're not-
informing you that you're kind of dumb.
I'm not insulting you.
We're not mad
I'm
at
just
you.
calling you dumb.
We're just disappointed.
We just want you to speak clearly and with English,
I don't think
preferably.
I don't think Eli could answer this question, the first question.
But we're going to go ahead and jump into those questions without him.
Mitch Hubel, how do you defeat Psycho Mantis in Metal Gear Solid?
If this is serious,
These are the type of questions I don't want to answer.
I know.
If you are actually wondering how to beat Psycho Mantis, there's a trillion other people who could easily already show you how to do it.
Yeah, YouTube's already got videos of this shit.
yeah.
Not to mention, if there's anybody who's listening to this who hasn't played Metal Gear Solid and doesn't want that ruined for them, because Psycho Mantis is a big boss in that game. He's not Big Boss, but he's a big
boss.
He's an important boss, and it's an experience that you should find for yourself.
PS4 or Xbox One? Adam Vanderland.
I guess this is at least a good question for someone who's on a podcast because it's an opinionated question. We can answer with opinionated
What was
answers. PS4 or Xbox?
No, what was the first one then?
Oh,
Doesn't matter.
just
How
skip
to
it.
kill a boss.
Oh, alright.
Stab it until it dies. You shoot it
kill
until
the
it
fire.
dies. You kill it until it is dead.
Alright, so I'm going to say PS4.
And why?
But, I mean,
Yeah, why?
I just play more games on it, to be honest. I like the controller a little bit more. I like the exclusives a little bit more. I do prefer... I have both Xbox and PS4, as well as Nintendo's shit. And fucking... I prefer my Xbox for, like, shooters and stuff. That's what I've been playing Destiny 2 on. That's what I'll probably get, like, Battlefront 2 on. But pretty much everything else I like for PlayStation.
Well, I have an Xbox One, and I'd probably still choose it, mostly just because I love Halo. Even with the terrible things they've done to it, I'll still play it. I don't give a shit. I'll still buy that. Oh.
Halo porn.
All right. Not that.
He's bored.
Google it.
And Gil?
I'm not Googling that.
Both.
You fucking asshole.
You have to pick.
You middle
Pick
of
one.
the road bastard.
The Xbox
Oh,
360.
so he makes a differential, opinionated statement. He gets praises. I do it. I get shit on. Thanks.
You just said both.
Yeah,
You didn't pick a
chose
side or
one. Yeah, you
anything.
choose a side.
Or do you prefer Nintendo over those
Yeah,
two?
as I said, by all means, answer Nintendo. See where that gets you.
It'll get me back
It
at
gets
square
us
one.
to
It'll
nipple
get you one of
Mario,
those
that's
quarter
for sure.
It gets you it gives them money.
Yeah.
I just personally like Nintendo stuff more. I've
Could be buying those
grown
classic
up with
consoles?
Nintendo. No.
Did Brady?
Me might.
Yeah, he really might.
Is that why you're going to Sioux Falls tomorrow?
Possibly.
There's no way you're gonna get your hands on one of those
Yeah,
now.
no, they're fucking gone.
Like, pre-order it.
Okay, but on the real, the last real question, I think this is a very reasonable question for you guys who
Alright.
play a lot of these games. How do you feel of the current Battle Royale trend now with Fortnite jumping onto the train too?
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so what is
Uh,
a Battle Royale trend for anyone who doesn't know?
Probably what they mean is everybody hopping on PUBG's dick.
Yeah.
Player Unknown Battlegrounds. And I fucking...
You throw a lot of people into an arena, they fucking
yeah,
kill each other. That's
I
Battle Royale.
fucking love PUBG.
Beautiful game. Can't wait
Literally-
for that to be on console.
Literally could play this shit
Shut
for
your dick.
days
Yeah.
straight.
I like PUBG, but I do not like the actual Player Unknown, from what little I know about him. I know, that's... yeah.
Wow.
I mean...
What?
Like,
Alright.
I just don't like the guy.
Oh.
I mean, that's fine with me, I guess. I'm just... It's just the way that sounds.
I
so
know,
dumb.
but I'm not going to go into it.
Like
No,
the
no,
creator?
I get
Yes.
what
like,
you're...
Okay, do you know what the game is actually called?
Player Unknown Battleground.
Yes.
Yeah.
Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. Player Unknown made it. I do not like that guy. He's been kind of a douche.
For what? What did he do?
Just, I can tell you after this, but I'm not going to go into it now.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess we do have one last news story we can talk about. And I didn't really want to talk about it, but now that we've got onto Player Unknowns being a douche and have been already talking about PUBG, might as well talk about another douche. And that is PewDiePie.
We talked about this already on the tangent.
we-
This is don't care.
Yeah, well,
I
I'm
didn't
just
get to
saying.
talk about it, and so I know I'm gonna have different
How
opinions
do we-
than you guys.
Connect this to games.
PewDiePie,
Well, we
while
made the Let's Play, so
while he was streaming PUBG, when he used the hard R,
oh,
The N word.
Yeah.
calling
Yeah.
another player the N word, and it is not good actually. Like for PewDiePie, it's fine.
It's
He can-
something
he
he's
can-
done.
He
For
can say
YouTube-
he's sorry
for the gamer,
and whatever. Yes,
YouTube gaming.
but for the
community.
gaming community on YouTube, this is bad. And why this is bad is because
this is bad for YouTube as a whole.
is because
right?
Campo Santo, the team that worked on Firewatch, one of the execs went to Twitter and said, "We don't condone this kind of shit. We are filing, God damn it, what's the fucking numbers now? DMCA? Fucking no, that doesn't sound
Order
right.
66.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Executes.
It's the copyright law. I
66
can't remember
is
what
just
it's called.
execute
Yeah.
PewDiePie.
Anyways, they claimed copyright laws to DMCA. Maybe that's it. Or is that exactly what I said before?
Who knows?
I
Just
don't
keep
fucking
going.
know. Anyways,
They just
DMZ,
went with,
I don't
they
think
just
it-
went with trying to get him to
They-
promote their stuff.
used copyright laws to take the Let's Plays that PewDiePie did for Firewatch off of YouTube. Because the way that the copyright laws go is that Campo Santo owns that IP, and you can't. Let's Plays exist on a plane that's basically like a handshake between developers and gamers. That's like, it's totally cool that you're playing this on YouTube because it's like free advertising for me.
Unless you're
But-
Nintendo, because
well,
Well,
Nintendo-
either that or you're so far under the radar that they couldn't give a
Yeah,
fuck that
exactly.
you play.
The way that they view it is like, you're not taking the general experience of playing the game away. You're really only like ruining the story for the people that are okay with having the story ruined for them, or for the people that have already played it. But they use this copyright laws to take the PewDiePie's playthroughs of Firewatch off, because they don't want to be associated with PewDiePie if he's going to talk like that, if he's going to use language like that, stuff like that. My problem with it is that this isn't what these copyright laws exist for.
right,
This is an abuse of copyright law.
right. But
It's their IP, yes, but PewDiePie didn't say anything offensive or anything bad
About the
about
game.
or
While playing the game.
about the game. He didn't say anything offensive about people. He didn't say anything racist about people. He didn't say anything bad about the game. Campo Santos just doesn't want to be on here and is using copyright law to take their stuff and be like,
Yeah.
no, you can't have it anymore. And that's why I think it's an abuse of copyright law, because they're basically being like, this is mine, and because you did something at some point in your life that I don't like, you can't use my stuff.
I agree, and at the same time, I hate it when, like, because this happened with the YouTube ad strike as well.
Yeah.
Where they're just like, man, this YouTuber said a bad word that they're somehow going to connect to my product. And it's just like, just because PewDiePie said that doesn't mean people are going to be like, oh, Firewatch is racist. They
Yeah,
say it with the hard
exactly.
R.
right, and I have okay. So I thought you were just gonna go and like I felt about the hard R. I was like, we talked about the hard R. There.
Oh, I don't care that he used the word or whatever. People have different connotations for words. He lives in a different country from us. They might just have a different viewpoint on the word. It's not something that I'm going to go out and say just because he said it. It's not something that I felt hurt by because he said it. It kind of makes him a little bit of a prick just for spewing it out as an insult.
Right.
But it's not that big of a deal. He didn't shoot anybody. He didn't punch a kid. I can understand why people are upset. I think the reason that people are so upset is because this happened so soon after the last incident that involved PewDiePie.
He's a piece of shit, dude.
I'm
Like,
not a fan of him, but I don't think he's a racist guy. I think he's just kind of this idiot guy who's on YouTube. I think another reason why I don't agree with the Firewatch team taking their stuff off of his YouTube is because in the end, this isn't gonna affect PewDiePie in any way. PewDiePie's already a millionaire. He's already made his money off of those videos. You're only opening the door for other companies to do this to smaller YouTubers now. This isn't the guys with a million fucking subscribers that are gonna suffer for this. This is the guy that like you like to go on, like on Saturday after work,
the underdog,
who's got like maybe 3,000 to 30,000 subscribers, who's just doing Let's Plays in his room for the
It's
hell
gonna
of
be
it.
John. John's gonna suffer.
Yeah.
from
I'm not really gonna suffer because I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. But
You gonna hit it with the hard R?
yeah, totally. No, I don't know. I think this is a big abuse of copyright law, and I think that what we should be looking at is a way to not take stuff off of PewDiePie's channel, but as viewers,
Not watch PewDiePie.
not necessarily not watch PewDiePie,
Definitely
but
not watch PewDiePie.
That's an opinion.
if you are a viewer of PewDiePie's content and you're not okay with this kind of language that he uses, you have to realize that it's on you as a viewer to either continue to listen and condone that kind of thing, or to not listen and be like, well, I don't want to hear that, so I'm not going to hear it. I don't think Pewds is a bad person. I don't think he's racist. I think he just made a mistake of saying the wrong thing. I think he's not thinking through what he's doing, and I think that's why he had the mistake earlier with Fiverr, and I think that's why he has this mistake now. And I mean, he's just a guy. He's just a guy who so happens to be in the viewpoint of millions of people.
That's kind of how I think of it too. Because if we had 30 million people listening to us, a lot of the shit we say would
Exactly.
get taken very seriously.
Exactly.
So it'll probably be taken down.
Probably not go over.
That's
very
another
well.
thing that I'm saying too.
We'd be pretty well
The reason
fucked.
this is so blown out of proportion is because he's got millions of people watching him. If he was just some guy who dropped the hard R on stream, which happens a lot, with
even
just
I
like
think
a
that's
couple
little fucked up,
hundred
though,
people.
too.
But again, you're a person who
Right.
doesn't like PewDiePie already.
No, not even the hard, like not even the PewDiePie thing, like just dropping the hard R, anyways, on a video game.
And I'm
mad. Like, and
I'm gonna
and
say
I-
it here. I mean, it's a word.
Right, I get,
He didn't physically hurt anybody.
Dude,
Maybe
I-
he hurt
yeah.
some kids' feelings.
Which, dude, I get you on that. Like,
Get
100%.
stronger feelings.
Right, and I get you 100% on that, but at the same time, you have that also reflects on like that community in general that they're like cool, like you know what I mean, like. And
I'm
I have no-
gonna
and I have-
stick
and-
with the
yeah.
idea that he's not from America. Here in America, we view that word pretty seriously. I don't really know how they look at it. He's from Sweden.
I feel like their country has
He
never really had a problem with that.
Lives
I
in
don't think
London.
they've ever had slaves.
He lives in London. I don't know how they view
I don't
that
know,
word.
yeah, you're right. But
So maybe they think of it differently. There's words here in America that we use that they think are fucking bad.
right, and
And
like I said, like I understand, but like when you take it
Yeah.
like that, but like
the issue to me isn't
right,
what PewDiePie said. It's the DMCA or whatever.
Yeah.
The
fucking
fact that they're
thing
using the
the
copyright,
copyright,
the way
right,
they
yeah,
use
which
it.
is understandable. Like
the
it's
fact
here
that
nor there.
Campo Santo is putting their foot on their IP and saying you're not going to be allowed to make money off of this when he's already fucking made the money off of it. And a lot of people who have tried to use these takedowns against small-time YouTubers before are now going to have a much larger
Yeah.
foothold on doing this to people again. And that's not good. And I'm going to leave it with that. That's been them Game Boys.
Got fucking serious at the end.
Yes, it did.
Talking about laws and stuff.
Holy crap, we're gonna die.
Alright, guys. That's been them Game Boys. We will catch you later.
Adios.
See ya.
Bazes.
What?